Argentinians are back on the streets almost every week, demanding more jobs, better wages, lower prices, and shouting at the IMF to get out. The IMF is well known and disliked by 7 out of 10 Argentinians, according to recent polls. There is even a board game called Eternal Debt. The challenge is to survive without a bailout from the Washington-based institution many here associate with the 2001 crisis, the worst in recent history.
So in 2001 and 2002, those massive protests out with the IMF was one of the main chants. So despite the generational change, people still remember that the IMF does not help, but it will only make matters worse. And I think there's a very reasonable expectation that the same will happen now.
Jorge Medina was 23 and among the 20% unemployed the last time Argentina tried and failed to implement an IMF austerity plan.
The country exploded in 2001, destroying our production metrics, our economy, our society. 30 people died in riots, fighting off policies which spread hunger and left us hopeless.
In 2006, Argentina paid back its $10 billion IMF loan and stopped following its economic strategy. During the next decade, the economy grew, spurred by high commodity prices, until recently. Since December, the peso has lost half its value against the strengthened U.S. dollar. President Mauricio Macri asked the IMF for a $50 billion standby loan, the first in 13 years.
1 week after announcing the details of the new IMF deal, Argentina's central bank governor resigned, saying he had lost all credibility.
Economist Fausto Spotorno says the IMF loan and conditions will not solve Argentina's problems, reducing the high budget deficit and a growing inflation, which should reach almost 30% by the end of the year.
If we are lucky, Macri's plan will not result in an economic growth, but will at least avoid a new financial crisis.
What many people here will tell you is that Argentina's best bet for the future is avoiding its past. Yana-kiev, TRT World, Buenos Aires.